Hey there, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. Today we technically have a no-bake dessert slash breakfast snack. It is called apple and cinnamon sundaes. Now the reason why I say it is a breakfast snack is I will tell you one little variation that you can do so you can make this into a breakfasty treat. Here's what we need. And it will serve 4. So the reason why I say it's a no bake is because we're technically not cooking anything. However, the walnuts, you need to toast them. I'm not going to do that now. This is a very delayed episode, unfortunately, and I just want to get this done so I can take it for lunch tomorrow. So come on in. I'll talk you through what we've got here. Okay, so first of all, you are going to need 4 containers. And the reason why I say 4 containers is because we're making this so that we can take it with us for lunch. So the best thing to use is obviously a Tupperware container, or you can recycle your yogurt containers. Either way, so I've got 4 sitting here waiting for me. You'll also need a spoon for helping to dish it out. The other ingredients are 3 apples chopped. Use the apples that you like the most. These are the small pink lady apples, which look like this. You will need 3 and 1 for the top to decorate. Now, so that your apple doesn't go brown, well, since you've cooked it, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So this will stop our apple from going brown. We will also need 1/3 cup of raisins, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 8 ginger biscuits crushed. Now, the best way to crush biscuits without getting your food processor out, these are ones from Aldi. I've just tried them tonight. They were actually pretty good. Pop them in a sandwich bag and get a hammer if you want, or just crush them. They're easy to crush in the bag. Make sure you seal it, otherwise you'll be picking them up all over the place. Okay, so there's 8 in there. You'll also need your 1/3 cup of chopped walnuts, which you're going to toast. As I say, I'm not going to toast them, but if you do want to toast them, lightly spray a non-stick frying pan and just put them in and just shake them a little bit like you're making popcorn. So they'll just lightly toast. But I'm going to avoid that tip because I don't want to cook anything tonight. We also need 2 cups of low-fat vanilla yogurt. Now, this is the first time that I have tried this one with vanilla bean. It's not low-fat, but it's Greek yogurt, so it's pretty well low-fat. I use this yogurt a lot. This is from where I work. Different variations and different different flavors. Mango. My favorite one is passion fruit, which I finally just got back in. So I keep these tubs for using for different things. Good way to recycle. So you want 2 cups of that, which is almost 700 grams. Not quite though. And last of all, you will need your last apple, which we're going to slice to decorate. So we're not going to slice that one up till the end because that one could go brown. All right, so it's really easy. Come on in and we'll get started. So as well as our apple and our lemon juice, we also want the raisins in with that. So give that a good stir and a shake. Grab a spoon to do this actually. Okay, so do that. So into our 4 glasses, I'm calling them glasses because if you was doing this fancy, you'd be dishing them up in glasses. But because we're doing this so we can have them on the run, we're doing them this way. Divide half the apple mixture amongst the glasses. So you basically like that, okay? Layer with half the biscuits. Now the good thing about when you put biscuits in, and these are going to sit in the fridge overnight, is the yogurt will start to make them like a, the crumb will go like a cheesecake. It'll go soft. It should do anyway. Then we're going to add the walnuts, half of the walnuts. In they go. And then into our yogurt, we are going to add that cinnamon, which is 1/4 teaspoon. Now, I do have 1/4 teaspoon, but it's on a lot of different spoons. So normally what I do is I just get my 1/2 teaspoon and I use half of that. If you don't like cinnamon, don't put it in, but I'm putting the cinnamon in. Gives it a little bit of a kick. Grab another spoon and give that a stir. All right. Okay, and then we're going to dollop this on top. Probably about 2 teaspoons on each one. And then we go back through again with our final bits. Which is the remainder of the apple. A little bit more for luck. Okay, so what was the variation I was telling you about? Quite simply, if you want to make this as a breakfasty thing, you can substitute your biscuit crumbs for muesli. So I guess you'd use probably about a cup, maybe a bit more of muesli, of your choice. Divide half. Okay, and then we're going to put the rest of the biscuits on top. One. And that down the end. Might just put a bit more of those on top after. And then we want the rest of the walnuts. One, a bit more, and then all for you. And then we want the finish of the yogurt. So it's nice and easy to make this one. It's just literally my last few days where I was supposed to be cooking. Just been very hectic. So it's looking like that. Just going to put the last of the biscuit crumbs on top. And then we're ready to just slice up the last apple. And we're done. We're just going to go like this. Nice and fancy. Whoops. Okay, I really don't want to make a mess tonight. Okay, I'm going to slice up the apple and I will return. And there you have it. Apple and cinnamon sundaes. Thank you for watching this episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.